Okay, and one thing that I like to do is open up. Let's see, I took a screenshot of the where is it? Screenshot of the before and after. Where is it? There it is. Open. And just so that I can keep it to the side, and so I have a reference to see where I'm going. And again, in order to see both screens, you can either pull out the windows for each image separately, or you can go window, arrange, tile vertically, or horizontally, whichever you prefer. I prefer vertically, and you can also adjust so that one window is showing more than the other window. And then when you get it the way you want, you can also zoom in or out, control or minus or control plus to zoom in, control minus to zoom out, and or if you're on a Mac, it's command minus or plus or minus. Let's see, make sure that we can see everything. And then if you want to move your page around, again, that's H for your hand tool. Okay, moving it around so that I can see the before and after. Really only need to see the after in this case. But the first thing that we're going to be doing is selecting the floor. So just like last week, we can select the floor with one of our selection tools, and they recommend the quick selection tool. It grabs it pretty well in this situation. And one of the shortcuts is I think it's Control C. Hold on, let me try it. So there's different ways to copy this now. I made the selection, and what I want to do is put this on a separate layer. So Control J is one of them, or Command J if you have a Mac. If I do that, it makes a copy of the floor and puts it on another layer. And right now you really can't tell by looking at it, but if I go up and grab the move tool or press V, then I can start moving this floor around. And I don't want to do that, so I'm going to go Control Z, put it back, and let's see, the background. In the book actually wants you to cut it out of the original picture, so I'm going to delete this. So the way to delete a layer is you can just highlight it. See, right now it's blue. If I highlight this layer, that means I've selected the background layer. If I go back and click on it on the new floor that I made, it turns blue. So that means that's the active layer, and whatever layer is active, if you hit delete on your keyboard, and it'll throw it away. The long way to do that is to click and drag it into the garbage can, but I prefer the shortcut. And then the other way to make the same selection, see, if I go to my history panel, if I open that up, I can go back to my quick selection that I made. So now I'm selected again. And then I can also do Control C, just like with any other program. Control C is copy. And then I can do Control X, which is cut. Like cut. You can cut text out with the same, like in a word processor, you can go Control X to cut text out. And then you Control V is paste, and it pastes it into a new layer. Now if I just do Control V, it pastes it smack dab in the middle of the layer, and it's not aligned anymore. So that's not ideal. So I'm going to go Control Z, Control Alt Z to go back another step and another step. Okay, and then this time what I'm going to do is, let's see, Control Copy, so Control C, Control X for cut, and then Control Shift V to paste it exactly in place. But as you can see, if I hide this layer, there is nothing underneath because it was cut. And for some reason, the lesson wants us to do it that way. Although I prefer to keep the original underneath. So I'm not really sure how this is beneficial. I prefer to just leave it like this and then do Control J, which makes the copied layer. And so this is an example of what layers are. You can hide them, you can move them individually. The book describes it really well. I'm just going to pull that up. Okay, so this is what the book says. The concept of layers in Photoshop allows you to work on one element of an image without disturbing the others. And I thought that was a very good definition.